holidays to you. All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let me read this number to you all. $1,042,154.79. Let me read another number to you. $76,884.79. I'll give you those numbers again one time, okay? $1,042,154.79. $76,884.79. Say, what are those numbers, Brother Rick? That's how much tax return my number one client got, Shantae. That's her tax return in 13 months. This is what she got back filed in 13 months later. She got $1,042,154.79. She got $76,884.79 worth of interest on her money just because it took them 13 months to give it to her. All right. She made a deposit of $96,000. She got back $1,042,154.79. Her interest on her money was $76,884.79. And she got her money back too. All right. So today I'm going to teach you why wealthy people, excuse me, Shantae filed a 1041, or a 1041 was filed on her behalf, I should say. And so Shantae, she filed a 1041. And that's what we filed for our trust tax reporting. Okay, so I'm going to tell you why wealthy people file 1041s versus 1040s. And if you ever want to have some real money, you're going to have to learn how to file a 1041, because you're playing small ball. If you file 1040s, you're going to miss the big money, and you're going to waste pretty much the rest of your life, how many days you got on this earth. You're going to be wasting the money you should have got back from the Department of the Treasury, money that's owed to you that you should get back, money that you got every right to get access to, but you can't get it if you file in 1040s. You have to file 1041s. All right. So let me give you some reasons why people file 1041s. All right. So let's get to, let me just get your pen out. I know it's Christmas. If I was you, I'd get my kids out and let them know, okay, you over here at the crib, we kicking it. Brother Ricky's on right now. You've been in school all year long. You're at the crib now. You're kicking it with the family. Now, listen to this man. He's about to teach you what nobody taught me in school, but you definitely ain't learning in the college you're going to. Your kids, that's the way of school. That's here to listening to you, right? Wake them up. Tell them Brother Ricky is on the line. He's live, and I'm paying the bills around here, and you ain't paying no bills yet. So get your ink pen out and start taking these notes, okay? All right, so here's so when a person files a 1040, now there's three main differences between the 1040 and 1041. The first thing is that when you file a 1040, it's an individual tax return. Okay. Good morning, Jay. I'm doing wonderful. Happy holidays to you. I appreciate you. It's an individual tax return. All right. So number one, get your pen out. This is a serious message today, serious training today. This is like you came and sat down in my inner circle and I started talking to you today. This is my holiday blessing to you. All right. Okay. I'm going to teach you some stuff that you normally got to pay a lot of money to come and learn. So get your ink pen out and pay close attention today. Okay. All right. So today we're talking about the difference between a 1040 and a 1041. I just got through reading some numbers to you. Let me read them again for you all who just came in late. All right. $1,042,154.79. All right. The second number is $76,884.79. This is Shantae's 1041 tax refund from 2022. All right. It took 13 months to get this money. And all she put in the bank was $96,000. All right. So you say, Brother Ricky, that sounds so incredulous, so incredible. It sounds like, now listen, when I'm teaching you all something, I'm not teaching you like trying to convince you. When I'm talking to you about something, I'm not talking to you trying to convince you about, about what I'm saying, like a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. All right. What I am is I'm an information provider. I'm a consultant. So when I'm consulting you about things, I'm consulting you about what's happening, not about what may be happening, what may be coming down the road, all of that. I'm just telling you what's happening. Now it's up to you to get rid of your own unbelief. Because the fact that you don't believe it don't mean that Shantae didn't get a check for $1,042,154.79. Not only that, but because it took him 13 months to give it to her, her interest was $76,884.79. And you mean to tell me you don't want to learn how to file a 1041? You mean to tell me you're going to spend the rest of your life filing 1040s? Are you hearing me? So let me show you some reasons why her check is so much bigger than and how people behave, how wealthy people behave. All right. And you say, Ricky, y'all come from all that money. We don't come from the money. I come from the south side of Chicago. All right. I come from 38th and Cottage Grove. All right. I don't come from no money. I come from the hood. I just study where the money is, and then I put my money into where the money is. All right. And I put my time into where the money is. And I file the paperwork to get you back money. Why in the world would I file some paperwork that ain't gonna give me back no money? Why would I be putting my money in the bank and they making all the money? And I'm partnering with the bank, but I'm not no real partner. See, those of you all who are filing 1040s, you are filing stuff without a partnership. Are you hearing me? So you filing things. Good morning, Bishop. How you doing? I'm doing. Tell all the kids I said hello and Merry Christmas in Kenya. All right. So let me just read some things to you, okay? So a 1040 is an individual tax return. So just look up 1040 and it says individual tax return. All right. So as soon as you start doing things as an individual, you automatically start tying your own hands up. Okay. So everybody put C in the chat. All right. So you can understand what a 1041. Put 1041 equals HC, handcuffs. I'm sorry, not 1041, 1040. All right. Put this formula in here. Teach this to your kids because they don't know. But the heck, teach it to yourself because you don't know. All right. So let me help you. All right. So 1040 equals HC. So put that in the chat. I got to turn this air. It's too hot in here. Hold on a second. All right. 1040. Put it in the chat. Make sure you got it right. 1040 equals HC. All right, y'all got that? All right, you got that, Sister Mason? All right, you got that? Ken, you got that? Doc, you got that? Cassandra, you got that? Melvia, you have that? George, you have that? Timothy? All right, that's correct. All right, Pops, that's correct. All right. Silver Fox, that's correct. All right. All right, that's correct. Ro, that's correct. All right. Okay, Dominique, that's correct. So 1040 equals handcuffs. You say, what do you mean, Brother Ricky? You might as well, when you file a 1040, instead of a 1041, you might as well handcuff yourself, what? To poverty and say, thank you very much, here I am, and just deliver yourself to what? The poverty police station, all right? Or the PPS, the poverty police station. Say, how you get up in here, man? I'm turning myself in. How you turn yourself in? Because I'm filing a 1040. Now, you say, Brother Ricky, what does that mean? It's because it's an individual tax return. Nobody makes money as an individual. Are you listening to me? You've been taught individualism all your life. You got taught it through school. You got taught it through church. You got taught it through your peers. You got taught it through subliminally. You got taught it through your environment. You have been taught individualism all of your life. Individuals don't make money. Estates make money. Are you listening to me? Individuals are broke. Estates are rich. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Wealthy people file what? 1041s because they are the reporting of an estate's activities. They're not the filing of an individual's life. Did you get what I said? So this individual behavior is nothing but handcuffs. That's why I'm teaching you today between the difference between a 1040 and a 1041. You're probably saying, Brother Ricky, I ain't never even heard of a 1041. Of course you haven't. Why? Because you got trained in public schools. You got trained in public schools and you may have taken accounting 1 and accounting 2. And the idea of a 1041 was never even brought up. Why? Because the teacher was broke. The teacher is what? Hired by the state to teach you. So they're teaching what? Statutory ideas. Are you hearing me? Paid $100,000. Some of you all paid $100,000 to go to school. I paid $40,000 to go to a little community college. I'm in there for 2.5 years. Took me 2.5 years because I had 101 credits when I graduated because I'm so goofy. I didn't even know most of the stuff I was taking didn't even go towards the college degree. I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna get out of here. I got almost straight A's, and it's taking me forever to graduate. And finally, somebody pulled my coat and said, "Brother, the lady who was in charge, her name was Marva. Bless her beautiful heart." She said, "Brother Ricky, most of the stuff you're doing don't even go with your degree." I was like, "Is that so?" She was like, "Yeah. So take this class and this class and this class." I'm like, "But the counselor, the one that told me what classes to take." She said, "Don't listen to them. Now you are some you know you're in the middle of some nonsense when somebody tell you don't listen to the counselor." I said, "The counselor's the reason I'm taking these classes." She said, "Boy, you got 101 credits. You only need 64 to graduate." You hear me? So I got a bill, a big old extra bill for no reason, just out of naivety. Why? Because you can't rise above your teaching. All right? Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You can't rise above your teaching. You ain't never heard of a 1041. So how you gonna file it? And you ain't never even heard of it. Why? Because you went to a school with a teacher who don't even know what a 1041, your accountant teacher didn't know what a 1041 was. Are you hearing me? If the blind lead the blind, and they both what? Fall into a ditch. Your accountant teacher ain't never got her money back from the bank. Your accountant teacher didn't even know there's no such thing as you can get your money back from the bank. Your accountant teacher ain't never heard of a 1041, never heard of accrual accounting. Your accounting teacher, I'm talking about the one that helps you get a degree. If you accountant right now, the person that trained you and taught you, they taught you how to do generally accepted accounting principles. That's what they taught you. They didn't teach you accrual accounting. And you know what? That's cruel. Even Elvis Presley had that much sense. He said, "Don't be cruel." He said, "Don't be cruel." All right. Why? Because general um, accounting practices is cruel because it doesn't create tax credits. It only does what? It only talks you about getting deductions. All right. So I'm gonna go through this. If you are on a computer, close to a computer, I want you to on one of your screens, I want you to pull up a 1041. On your other screen, I want you to pull up a 1040. All right. I'm just going to teach you. I don't have no screens here. I ain't got no board here and all this. But if you at the crib and you listen to me right now and you finally relax because you ain't got to go to that slave job for a day or two, then come on, this is your chance to really get educated. All right. So if you're at the crib and you got a computer and you can pull up on your computer, pull up a 1041 and pull up a 1040. Pull up both of those forms. And I'm about to go through it with you. And if I take too long over here on Instagram, I might have to switch over to YouTube. And you all should be subscribed to YouTube anyway, because the YouTube channel, Rick the Wealth Coach on YouTube. Would you please go over there and subscribe now while we're thinking about it, while we're talking about it, because y'all know I'll be helping y'all. And if you go to the channel, the algorithms will kick in, and then we can help a whole lot of people. Because what I'm teaching y'all, very few people know. Have even heard of it? And don't you want to help somebody? All right, you want to help somebody today. Make your Christmas gift today. Go to Rick the Wealth Coach right now while you're thinking about it on YouTube and subscribe. Let the algorithm kick in so that when we make these videos that nobody know nothing about, they can spread automatically with the algorithm, and then we can help a whole lot of people because people don't know what's going on. They ain't got a clue about what's happening. Now you dig what I'm saying? So, all right. So let's go back to this again. So, let's start out. I should say. So, 1040 is an individual tax return. So here are the things you file with it. You file a Schedule C, you file a Schedule A, and hopefully you can get some earned income credits. And boom, that's about it. So you file a 1040. Here are the things that you do to try to get a portion of the money that you spent. So these 1040s, they got you fighting for crumbs. You say, what do you mean by that? All you can get when you file a 1040, all you can get back is a write-off based on a Schedule A, which means you can itemize your deductions in your house, your mortgage, and this and that. Your mortgage being the number one thing that you can itemize. Okay, and thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Somebody, if you subscribe to YouTube, put done in the chat like my sister did right here. All right, and I appreciate that. That gave me a lot of energy today. That make me feel good about getting up on Christmas Eve and talking to y'all. All right, so thank you. I appreciate that. But more importantly, thank you to you, because congratulations to you, because you're gonna be blessed. Because when you start spreading some word to somebody else and you ain't just thinking about yourself, you're gonna be blessed. You're gonna make a lot of money. Good stuff gonna happen to you. That's why I'm rich, because I'm always trying to help somebody else. Always trying to help somebody else. Always. God bless you. God bless. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Congratulations. So if you haven't subscribed to YouTube and you do it, just put done in the chat so I can congratulate you. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Congratulations, Paul. And you say that's a real good ploy to get people to subscribe to YouTube. I was rich before you subscribe. I'm gonna be rich if you don't subscribe and not. Why? Because I filed 1041s. When I'm teaching you something, I'm teaching you for you. I'm not teaching you for me. All right. I'm teaching you for you because you ain't never filed one. So you don't know what's going on. So I'm telling you what's happening because you ain't gonna get taught in school. You go to school until you're 95 years old, and you're not gonna learn what we're talking about today. Okay. So God bless you, and that'll help. That helps more people get some help. Help somebody else, and God will help you. That's how life goes. All right. So you filed a 1040, and you're like, Brother Rick, I filed a 1040, man, and I'm trying to get back every dime I can get. I'm like, okay. So what are your options to get some money back? Okay, your first option is you ain't got no business, so you want to itemize your deductions. So you file a Schedule A. So all of you all who ain't got no companies and no businesses, you file a Schedule A's to try to get some of y'all money back. Second thing you're doing is that you're filing for a credit if you got some kids, all right, for earned income credit. All right, so let's say you do that. First of all, you got to be broke to even get an earned income credit because if you make over $66,000, you can't even get one. Right? So that means you got to be two people in the crib ain't making but $60,000 is definitely eating camel soup every year. All right. You say, Ricky, are you talking about us? No, this is a money class. Okay. All right. I'm from the hood. I'm from the projects. Okay. I done been broke every kind of way you can possibly be broke. All right. We grew up. I was so doggone broke growing up and so poor growing up until I remember one day I was standing out here in this cold Chicago weather trying to get some ice off of this lady's porch off of grass, and I was out there for 2 hours freezing with some little muffins on trying to use them for glass because I was broke. I had no money. My mom was broke. She raised 7 kids on the south side of Chicago by herself. You know, my father wasn't around. He wasn't helping nobody. So so it is what it is. So I've been real broke, so I don't apologize for being rich because I've been real broke. And I don't apologize for having some common sense. Why? Because I'm not going to spend my time doing little petty stuff that don't make no money. And I'm not going to teach y'all petty stuff. I'm going to teach y'all how to like stop doing what you're doing that don't make no sense and start doing something that does make sense. And do it fast. The faster you do it, the faster you start getting the money. So filing a 1040, you're going to be marching in mud for the rest of your life because that stuff is too slow. Are you hearing me? So you file a 1040, and here you are, you got a 1040 and you're trying to get some money back on your taxes. So this is what you're doing if you file a 1040, you're trying to get some money back. You say, man, I want that earned income credit. All right, well you got to be real broke to get it because if you make say, do you need any 1040, any other forms besides 1040? Yeah, come to the challenge, Keisha. All y'all that ain't been to the challenge, all y'all's got questions. That's why I have a challenge. I got a challenge once a month, and it starts with January the 6th. So just put challenge in the chat if you ain't never been and you want to find out what's going on. Because the people that's been in my challenge, they got to come through there, and then we help them do everything it is they're supposed to do, and they work with me for a whole year. So if you haven't been to the challenge, just put challenge in the chat, and they'll send you the link. And come on out. January the 6th is the next challenge, and come on out. And I drop it like it's hot. I show you everything that we do, and then give you a chance at the end of the challenge to hear our offer, and then you can work with us for a year because y'all don't know what y'all doing. I wouldn't dare. I don't listen. I meet people all over the world. They like, give me one of them trusts, Rick. I want one of them checks like Shantae. I'm like, you are uneducated. You don't know what you're doing, and we're a private group of people. Okay, now we're private, but we're not secret. I'm not a Mason. I'm not involved in any type of secret organizations, any cults and everything. I'm just a son of God. I'm Jesus Christ as my Savior. That's what I believe. All right. But I believe in common law, and that's why we get these checks. So I understand common law. I understand the law of the land, and that you're supposed to get your money back that you put in the bank. I know that. I know that that's a law. You don't know it's the law because you haven't been taught that. So that's just one thing that we teach when you come to the challenge. We teach you how to do three things, basically. How to make a lot more money because we make as much as $1 million in a day because we online geniuses. You say, did you call yourself a genius? Yes, I'm a genius. You're a genius in something too. Don't be no hater. I ain't no hater on you because you're a genius. Whatever your genius is, you come and tell me and I buy your stuff. All right. But I'm a genius when it comes down to this online marketing stuff. And when it comes down to this trust and how to get your money back from the bank, that's the stuff I do real good. So whatever you do real good, God bless you. All right. Then you come and teach me something and tell me how to get involved in your stuff. But when I come, I'm going to come based on what your rules are. I'm not going to come to you based on my rules. So my rules are that if you want to learn what we do, you come to the challenge. All right. I don't sit up. I'm not going to even lie to you and act like I'm going to answer a whole bunch of your questions online and stuff like that. Why? Because I don't have to do that. I'm busy. All right. I got kids, grandkids. That's what I'm here now. Checking on my daughter. I got a daughter who done lost the use of her legs. All right. So what I do, I took her to see Wicked last night, and to the movies. I'm gonna take her to see Gladiator tonight. Take the grandkids out to whatever it is they want to do. Normally we would be in Hawaii this time of year in the sunshine, but my daughter can't walk. But you know what? At least I can walk with her while she's rolling it up. At least I can walk with her. At least I can walk with her while she's rolling. While she's rolling, she ain't complaining. You know, she's a very gracious person. She ain't. We be laughing. We laughing while we walking around. She moving one step at a time. Ain't even 40 years old, dealing with that lupus stuff. But I'm glad to be here. And so the holiday is wherever she is. That's what a holiday is for me. You know, because she runs my businesses with me, and she stomped down like 4 flat tires, and I got her back. Yeah. So that's what's up. So um, I lost track. Sorry about that. All right. So let's get back to this 1041. All right. So in order for you to get some money from this 1040, hopefully that answers your question though. So if you want to learn more, just come to the challenge. All right. So hopefully, uh, so not hopefully, but if you marry and you want some money back from your 1040, and let's say you make $25,000 as a couple, that sounds crazy, but let's just say this to happen. You get $2,575 back on your 1040. If you make 66,000, you can get $77,830 back. So that's the credit you can get back on a 1040. That's the highest credit you can get. Highest credit you can get is $7,830. So that's for you all who don't have a business. So let's say that you got a business and try to get some money back. All right. So you got a business. You can write off things with your business. But when you write off things, that means that you get a proportion back of the money you spent, not the money you spent, just a proportion back of the money that you spent. So that's a problem. Why? Because unless you spending millions and millions and millions of dollars, your write-offs don't come out to nothing no way. All right. And you got to be making a whole lot of money for a write-off to mean anything because it's just a percentage of what it was that you wrote off. It's not the money you actually spent. It's just a percent of it based on whatever your tax bracket is. All right. So you don't want a percentage. You want all your money back. Okay. So everybody who wants all your money back, put 100% in the chat and I'll teach you the next point. Okay. For all of y'all that want all y'all money back, put 100% in the chat because 1040 ain't going to give your money back. It's going to give you a percentage of what you wrote off if you got a business. All right. So that's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. Okay. It's better than nothing. But what? It ain't what I want. I don't want you to give me a percentage of nothing back. I want all my money back. I gave you the money. You used it, right? You got rich off of it. All right. So give me my money back. I want all of it. Every dollar I put in the bank, I want it back. Every dollar. How about you? Do you even want 100% of your money? I said just if you want it. All right. If you want it. The problem around here is people don't even want nothing. Either. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm like, you can go in the bank and just let them use your money. You don't want your money back? I mean, it don't mean nothing to you. I mean, I want all my money back. Why? Because I'm the one that put it in there. You used it. You made plenty. As soon as you put your money in the bank, they trade on the stock exchange at 15 times that you put in daily on the stock exchange. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know where your money is when you put it in the bank. You ain't about to ask the bank no question about your money. Why? Because you're not educated, and the bank, their job is not to educate you. Their job is to exploit you. All right. When you come into the bank, you're getting exploited. You ain't getting educated. You hear me? And the only person asking questions is the banker. If that ain't gangsta, I don't know what it is. If that ain't gangsta, I don't know what it is. What are you doing with my money, player? None of your business what I'm doing with your money. Now let's get back on track. What's your mama's name? What's your mama's maiden name? Where you live at, partner? All right. What's your social security number? They check you behind and get you back in check and tell you that we the ones who ask the questions around here, not you. All right. So that's why you got to educate your kids. You running your kids back and forth to the bank, open up all these bank accounts, and they sitting around your crib right now, and y'all just kicking it for the holiday, and y'all not getting educated. That's why Uncle Ricky talking to you today. I'm like, and if they ain't got up yet, get them up. Tell them get up. Tell them to get up. Tell them to get up. Tell them to get up. So you will not lay here in the bed while I'm over here getting educated. Then I got to try to tell you what Brother Ricky was saying. Just get your behind up right. Get them up right now. All right. Get them up. Tell them to get an ink pen. Get them up. Tell them to get an ink pen. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Um, so that's what, if you got a 1040, that's what's up. So a 1040 is handcuffs, because what it's saying is that I don't want none of my money back. That's what it's saying. When you file a 1040, it's like, keep my money, just give me a percentage of it through some type of deduction, either with a Schedule A or some deductions with a Schedule C. All right. Or give me some type of earned income credit, all that ghetto stuff. You know what I'm saying? In other words, waste my time. All right. Just waste some more of my time, and just waste some more of my time, and just waste some more of my time, because that's what it is. It's a waste of your time. So, excuse me, what you could be doing is filing a 1041. So let's look at the difference. So if you go online right now and open up a 1041, I'm going to show you the first 8 lines on the left side. I'm going to explain them to you, because you don't know what they are. All right, so I'm going to explain them to you. But first, let me explain to you what a 1041 actually is. Okay, so a 1041 is the fiduciary of a domestic descendants estate. All right, it's a trust or bankruptcy estate. The trust or bankruptcy estates file 1041s to report the income, deductions, gains, losses, etc. of the estate or trust. All right, so write this down. A 1041 is not a filing. A 1041 is a reporting. All right, so y'all filing income taxes. You ought to be reporting trust activity. All right, so report, don't file. All right, so everybody put it in the chat, or R, report, don't file, RDF. Okay, RDF. Y'all got that? So that's the acronym, RDF. Okay. What you saying about that? Oh, thank you, Brandon, about Shantice. If you got something, Brandon, that helped me with my daughter, just don't put it in the comment section. I ain't gonna see that. Put it in my direct message. If you got something that's gonna help Shantice, all right. If you send me something about Shantice, I'm gonna read it. Okay, I promise you, I'm gonna read it personally. If you send something about that. Okay. All right. So report, don't file. You say, so Ricky, you don't. So you can ask me. Say, Ricky, you don't file no 1040. Yeah, I got a couple of businesses. Yeah, I got a couple of businesses, and I filed 1040s on them. But that's so I can get money off the companies. Why? You say, why is that? Because I want to put as much money as I can into my trust accounts. So when I file my 1041s, I get rich. All right, that little chump change off of those 1040s, that's some chump change. The real money is in reporting your trust activity, not filing taxes. Filing taxes is an individual thing. Reporting trust activity is an estate thing. That means that the trust is in control of everything and not you. See, the problem with folks is folks want to be in control. I'm like, but you out of control. Are you hearing me? You think you're in control, but just look at that little puny income tax check you got. Obviously, you're out of control. You made 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 plus whatever you earned this year, whatever you earned for 2024. And now it's coming up time to file taxes on the other side. And you looking at either some little skimpy check, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, or maybe you hit the broke people's lottery and you get $10,000, maybe. All right, or you you over here on our sides of the tracks, and you're getting checks that as much as 7-figure checks. All right, and the reason is because you filing income taxes, you're not reporting them. I hear me. So if you're going to be filing 1040s, you better be reporting 1041s too, so they can offset the stuff that you do with the filing. All right. You ever see somebody and then they start fighting on this side of the football field, and they start fighting on this side, so they give them both a penalty. So they said it offset each other. All right. So if you don't want to be upset, then you need to offset your taxes. All right. So everybody put offset in the chat, and I'll teach you the next point. All right. Here are terms you got to teach your kids. Listen, we got to offset these taxes, or else we're going to be upset when we get that little itty bitty check. All right. So offset, put it in the chat. I'm not going to teach you nothing else until 10 of y'all get it. All right, Miss Sarah. All right, we're going to help you to offset yours. Essie. Okay. All right. All right, Stella. That's right. You want to offset yours. Queen, you want to offset yours. All right. Pamela, you want to offset yours. Let's go. Lena, you want to offset yours. Let's go. All right, Roz, let's offset this stuff. Come on, Tim, let's offset this stuff. Come on, Cassandra, let's offset this stuff. We don't want to be upset. We want to offset this stuff. All right, Billa, that's right. All right, Melvin, that's correct. Okay, so 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 when you report this, you report the income, deductions, gains, losses, etc. The income that is either accumulated or held for future distribution or distributed currently to the beneficiaries. So 1040s, write this down. Our people file 1040s because their mindset is temporary. People file 1041s because their mindset is finite. All right. All right. That's why we file them. The whole reason that I even learned all this stuff, or I continue to learn, is because I'm down here checking on my grandkids now because that's my posterity. In other words, I ain't running around this earth thinking about me. All right. I think about me only in a sense of how have I duplicated myself. All right. So people who file 1041s, the whole reason is because we're doing what? We are managing an estate. So we need stuff to offset our taxes and to give us tax credits so that we can make money way faster and way larger amounts of it so that we can have time to train the kids. So I'll be teaching Joey today, 11. Be teaching Tyler today, she's 18. Teaching them what? Teaching them whatever I want to teach them. Why? Because I got the time. Why? Because when your money is offset, then your time is on set. Did you get what I said? I'm the one who decide what to do with my time, not the state, not no job, not no none of these little beggarly things, these elements that'll keep me away from my grandkids because they got to be trained. I hear me or else it's like I'm just living for nothing. Y'all sitting around here right now talking to y'all kids. It better not just be about no entertainment. All right, they should be up right now with their pens out. They should be up right now. Listen to Uncle Ricky. You dig what I'm saying? You got very few people teaching y'all about trust, teaching y'all about posterity. And I know that. I realize that. So get them up. I keep telling y'all get them up because I can see in my spirit that y'all listening to me, but y'all kids still sleep. Yeah, they tired, Brother Ricky. You know, they tired from what? They tired from what? They don't pay no bills. You don't want paying a that's such a weak, that's so disgusting for a person to be talking about their kids tired. I'm like, no, you tired. You're a tired parent. All right. You're a lazy person because you're letting these lazy bums lay around you. Cut it out. Okay. Wake them up. All right. Wake them up and tell them to get an ink pen out. I don't want them to get no attitude. That's too bad. Let them get an attitude. How you even let it get to the point where a person can walk around your house with an attitude in the first place? Ain't nobody got no attitudes in my house. I mean, hear me? You ain't got enough money to have no attitude. You ain't got enough money to be upset. Are you hearing me? Get up off that thing and dance, and you'll feel better. Come on, let's go. All right. Um, so that's two major differences between a 1040 and 1041. With a 1040, you could just get part of your money back. With a 1041, you get every dollar you put in the bank back to offset all your bills. Are you hearing me? Why? Because you got all your money back, 100% of it, not a little bit of it, but 100% of it. Why? Because the law says that the debt of the United States, it doesn't belong to you; it belongs to the United States. But you cannot file a 1040 as a creditor. When you file a 1040, you automatically a debtor because the 1040 is connected to your slavery social security number, not yours, but their slavery social security number that they gave that your mother signed up for when you were born. So if you file a 1040, you are filing a slavery tax return, which means that all you can get is percentages back of money that you spent, but you can't get your money. Are you hearing me? Man, who would want to get married and all you can have is pieces of your wife? Who would want to get married and all you can have is pieces of your husband? Are you hearing me? And all day long, you like, can I have all of you? You're like, I don't know, hang around for the next 50 years. You could have my pinky toe right now. Everybody put NPT in the chat. No pinky toes. Nobody want no pinky toes around here. You know what I'm talking about? Now, give me all of you. Don't give me none of you. All right. You can have my pinky toe. Come on, put it in the chat. Y'all ain't laughing with me. Come on, y'all better come on. Come on now. Put it in the chat. NPT. No pinky toes up in here. All right. That's what happens. What y'all do if all these 1040s. All you get is a percentage of this back and a little write off of this back. And if you put your furniture over here in the corner over here and do the claim 13 feet around the edges of it and all that, you can get that back too. And then be praising God too. Praising God that you got what? That you got your pinky toe. No pinky toes, player. All right, so let me read to you. Let me read to you. Oh, okay. So with a 1099, so the only thing that y'all can file with those 1040s, I'm sorry about 1099. Only thing I file with those 1040s and to get y'all a little pinky toe money back is you get a Schedule A, a Schedule C, or you might get an earned income credit. And you pretty much hit. All right, that's pretty much the extent of what you got to work with. You got very limited options just to get back your little pinky toe. All right, but when you file a 1041, on the other hand, then the forms that somebody just asked me a minute ago, is that all you have to file? No, you file a 1041 and you file a 1099A. Okay, you file a 1099B in some cases if you got one of our 10X ministry trusts, or you file a 1099 OID. You're going to file these forms all the time. Typically, you're going to file these. You say, why is that? Because the 1099A means that you want your money back from the bank. So you have to file it. You say, Brother Ricky, what if I don't file it? It's going to get filed. Why? Because the bank don't file it. Are you hearing me? They'd be glad to file it on your behalf. And every year you've been in the tax system, all your life, a 1099A has been filed. You say, why don't nobody tell me that? Why would somebody tell you how to get the money that they getting that you ain't aware of? Why would somebody tell you that? They ain't gonna tell you that. Why? Because they think your money is their money. Why? Because it is their money. It's every dollar you put in the bank is the bank's money until you become a creditor. If you don't become a creditor, every dollar you put in the bank's money, it is the bank's money. All right? Because they treat you like, how do I know? Because people wire me money to my trust on a regular basis for me to teach them what to do. All right? When they get ready to wire their money, I don't know how many times they standing at the bank and the banker looking at them talking about what you gonna do with this money. I'm like, if that ain't enough to get you pimp slapped, you're talking to a grown man and a grown woman about if that ain't like a pimp talking to a hoe, I'm like, who the hell you think you're talking to? I'm if I want to wipe my butt with my money, that's my business. How dare you ask me what I'm gonna do with my money? People only ask you that. Why? Because they feel like it's their money. Are you hearing me? They want to know. The banks are pimps. They want to know what is my hoe doing? This is the way the bank look at us. They look at us like economic hoes. So that's the way they feel. That's the only who can muster up enough nerve to ask a person what you finna do with this money. Who had audacity to ask a grown man or grown like you a minor or something, or like you incompetent or something, or like you can't read and write, or like there's something wrong with you or something. You dig? Ask you a question like that. Are you hearing me? Who would have the audacity to ask you? Who would have the balls to ask you a question like that? Only a pimp. Only a pimp would want to know what a hoe is doing with his money. And that's the way the banks look at us. They look at us like it's economic whoredom. And I don't care if you black, white, or whatever you are. Are you listening to me? Most of my clients are black. You say, so why is that, Ricky? Probably because most white people, they don't understand how smart I am. So they probably look at me and say, sure, talking good over there. Just can't see myself letting a Negro teach me what to do. Well, let me help all my white friends, okay? I don't need y'all money, okay? I don't need your money. If you come over here, you better look at me as a smart man. Ain't got nothing to do with me being black, all right? But what's going to happen to you is you're not going to get your money, Bob, okay? That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to freaking get left out. That's for all my white friends. I got a lot of white friends, okay? So for all y'all that's tripping about a brother being black and being a genius, that's your problem, all right? Why? Because it don't make no difference whether somebody black or white. If they got sense, they got sense, all right? And snap out of it, all right? You're going to end up over there holding the bag too. I'm going to tell all my white friends. Let me tell y'all this. Merry Christmas to y'all, all my white buddies and friends and homies. Hear me real good. Let me tell y'all about Dr. King, what he told when he was locked up in a Birmingham jail. And he's locked up in this Birmingham jail. And he was talking to the guys that had him locked up. So he's talking to some hillbillies, basically, right? Now. So they got him locked up enough, naturally, right? Because he's defying their fake laws, which wasn't lawful in the first place. Just like you going to the bank and giving the bank your money and they keeping it, it's unlawful, but you don't know it and you don't know how to fight it. So you just put up with it. It's called assent. It means that you just silently go along with something. But Dr. King and everybody during that time, they was like, hell no, we ain't going along with that no more. We ain't getting on the back of no buses no more. We sitting wherever we want to sit. We're going to eat wherever we want to eat. We're going to drink wherever we want to drink. We're going to marry whoever we want to marry. And come on with it. If that's going to cause some conflict, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way, because he had some balls. He wasn't no joke. Dr. King was a revolutionary. So he's down here in the jail, and he's talking to some of the jailers. You know, it's naturally all white jail. So he's sitting in Alabama, in a little hot, funky jail in Birmingham, talking to the guards. So he said, "Hey man," he said, "how much money y'all make?" So the guards say, "Make about let me see here, let me see here. We make about hold on, let me think about it right now. I get my calculator out. Let me see. We make about make about 50 cents an hour." 50 cents an hour. I hear me talking about, let me get my calculator out. Well, if you need a calculator to count 50 cents, you slow as hell. You hear me? So, so Dr. King said, y'all make how much? So make about 50 cents an hour. 50 cents an hour. He said, oh man. He said, y'all make 50 cents an hour and you got me locked up? He said, bro, y'all to be out here marching with us, player. So that's just my Christmas message to all my white buddies, because y'all should be rich. I could help a whole bunch of y'all get rich too. Y'all just get over the fact that I'm black. All right, just get over it, okay? All right, stop tripping, all right, because black folks smart too. All right, you got white folks smart, black folks smart. And, you know, smart ain't got nothing to do with color. Smart got something to do with what are you studying, what are you reading, you know, what are you giving yourself over to, what are you enamored in, you dig, what you got to offer. And it's a shame we're in 2025 and everybody still think white ice is colder than black ice. It's just so sickening, so disgusting. Are you dig what I'm saying? You make it in this life based on merit. Are you hearing me? Merit. Based on, do you merit somebody's attention? Do you merit somebody's money? All right? And that's how this goes. Okay? So snap out of it. All right, everybody running around here. If you think you're better than somebody else, you on some serious drugs. All right, ain't no superiority stuff around here. You hear me? You know, I don't get out like that. I don't scratch why I ain't itching, and I don't laugh why I ain't tickled. And I'm not gonna sit here and start trying to act like somebody else to appease none of y'all. So that's just my lesson, my message today. And I'm talking especially to my black folk who've been kissing a lot of white butt all y'all life. I want to talk to you, all right? Because it's disgusting. That's why we're not in that era no more. I'm a felon, okay, with a jacked up record. Are you hearing me? Straight from the hood. I hear what I'm talking about. I ain't got to kiss nobody's butt about nothing. Are you listening to me? Make my own money. Ain't got to sit around and wait on nobody to pay me no checks. Ain't got to be sitting around scared I'm going to get fired from no job. And ain't got to act like I'm white when I'm black. I'm black. All right? Happy about it. Real happy about it. Proud of it. You dig what I'm saying? And ain't finna sit around and kiss nobody's behind, especially no white boys behind. That ain't gonna happen. No, no, no. If you come up over here, you better come over here right, with a good attitude, a grateful attitude. I don't care what color you are. Are you hear what I'm saying? You better not say nothing to me that even remotely sound descending, condescending, like you better not. You get thrown out of your head so fast, you'll never get none of this money. Why? Because I'm not putting up with it. And I'm telling all of y'all, get y'all skill sets up and live a life of dignity. Are you hear what I'm talking about? Live a life that your kids can be proud of. Your kids see you walking around acting like Stephen Fetchit. They see that stuff. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir, boss. No, sir. But hell no. Hell to the 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 hell no. Ain't nothing happening. All right. You come up in here correct. Now just go ahead on about your business. I was doing good before I met you. I'll be doing good if I'll never see you again. That's the attitude all of y'all better take. I command all of y'all. Y'all kings and queens. Behave like it. Okay? All this butt kissing. You don't get nothing but a mouthful of butt and still don't get no money after all of that. All right, so let me go through this form with you right quick. And all of you all that's on Instagram, I'm teaching today, so I'm probably gonna go over an hour. So if I go over, I'm just warning you, I'm not gonna click that button again. So if I was you all, I would subscribe to YouTube while I'm in the middle of this message so that you can at least be able to come over and listen. Rick the Wealth Coach on YouTube. It's a couple of things that happen if you subscribe to YouTube. Number one, a lot of people will start hearing what it is we're talking about, and we're in the middle of a revolution and they don't even know it. And if you want to help your brothers and your sisters, tell them what's going on by sharing, by subscribing to the channel. And when you subscribe to the channel, then the algorithm will kick in. It'll automatically let people know what's going on. excuse me, so they can find out what's happening. You right now, you know at least 1,000 people that'll be listening to us right now. Right now, you know your friends, your family, and stuff, and they don't know what's going on. They're gonna waltz into 2025 dead asleep. Don't know what's happening. Ain't got a clue about no 1041. Ain't never heard of it. Hardworking people. You hearing me? Just like you're a hardworking man, a hardworking person, and and you about to waltz into 2025, and unless somebody educates you, you're gonna waste a whole nother year, of hard slave labor and fighting for the little crumbs back on the 1040 when you could have filed a 1041 and been getting all your money back. Excuse me. All right, so here's the 1041. Excuse me. So I'm going to show you what you check off when we file these forms. When we file a 1041, this is what we check off. All right. So if you got a 1041, look at it right now. If you don't, just get the replay of this video when you got time. Pull up a 1041 on your screen, on your computer screen. Stop, take your time to listen to what I'm talking about today. I'm just fly through this, okay? All right. So this is what you're going to see when you open up a 1041. You're going to see just on the left side where it tells you what type of a trust. First of all, as soon as you read it, it lets you know that this is the reporting, excuse me. It lets you know that this is the reporting of trust activity. It lets you know that that's what a 1041 is for. It's not a tax filing, it's a tax reporting of your trust activity. Are you hearing me? And that's what? That's superior because it's not filing, it's reporting. That means what? You have anonymity. Why? Because you're reporting a trust activity. You're not reporting your individual behavior. I ain't here, listen to me, ain't nobody up in your individual business. You have the right to what? Private contracts. That's what trusts are. Private contracts. You have the right to private contract. You have that right to a private contract. You don't have to have people in your financial business. That's why when Senator John McCain died, you didn't hear nothing about his stuff. It wasn't on no papers and all that sort of thing. On the contrary, when Aretha Franklin died, what, $8 million worth of taxes? When Michael Jackson died, what, now they going at him for 700 million right now as we speak, 15 years later after the man died. All right. And you would think Michael Jackson, probably the most popular person in the world, you would think these little jacked up lawyers would have had enough sense to put this man inside of a private trust. Michael Jackson had a trust, but he had a revocable trust. All right. So you know that ain't worth the paper it's written on. What's the proof of it? Just look up Michael Jackson's case right now. It's public knowledge. Ain't no way in the world you're supposed to be that rich and people reading about where your money at 15 years after you dead. That's so disgusting. You hear what I'm talking about? So it's right now, just look up, just Google Michael Jackson probate. Okay? Just Google it. And what you're gonna find out is right now they're trying to get 700 million. The IRS is talking about we done reevaluated your stuff. Now, if he had an irrevocable, private, common law, stay out my business trust, you would not be reading nothing about the man. Why? Because it can't go to probate. You can take a revocable trust to probate court. It ain't nothing but a glorified will. Are you hearing me? I know you ain't been taught that. I'll be looking on here online. I'll be seeing people talking about go open up a revocable living trust. All right. I'm gonna tell you what they said in the Scrooge thing when I just went to see my grandson in a play 2 days ago. Humbug. All right. Humbug. All right. Everybody put BH in the chat. A revocable trust is what? Humbug. All right, come on, put BH in the chat. I ain't gonna teach y'all none of this. I'm gonna go through this thing, but first I gotta help y'all brain because the stuff they teaching y'all, these are uneducated people. I don't care how good they look. I don't care what their commercials say and all that sort of thing. Use some common sense. Humbug. All right. Make you want a humbug. That's right. Somebody tell you I'm gonna tax you for $700 million. You're like, what? You must want a humbug, all right? You must want a box. What? They hit me for 700 million. Are you kidding me? So it's humbug. So proof of that is it don't make no sense. It's just that the person ain't educated with what an irrevocable trust is. So that's what they sell. They sell a revocable trust. So they sell you what they make money off of. See, I don't sell nothing to nobody to make no money. I sell stuff so your situation be better. And if you pay me some money, it's your privilege, not mine. All right? Are you hearing me? Everybody listen to me. Let me just help you, okay? when you meet people, I just got to educate you for a second. When you meet people, be concerned about one thing. Don't be concerned about no money for you when you meet people. Be concerned about the outcome for the person. All right? That's all you should be concerned about. So don't never teach nothing where the outcome for the person you're talking to ain't in their best interest. All right? Why? Because just trying to make some money off of something is a life of futility. Sooner or later, the chicken's coming home to roost. Sooner or later, somebody gonna catch up with you. Sooner or later, you just selling. It's like these dudes sold me a refrigerator. These crackheads sold me a refrigerator. I used to live on a crackhead block in Harvey, Illinois. We was buying houses and rehabilitating. My brother was, at least, back in the early 2000s. So he bought this crib in Harvey, Illinois, in the street called Charlington. So it's a ghetto neighborhood. But what the heck, I'm saved. I ain't doing no street stuff no more. I'm good, I ain't worried about dying. So I'm over here. I'm buying and selling purses and stuff. That's what I was doing. Flying to New York, getting purses, bringing them back and selling. So the crackheads come over to my crib one day, and they like, Brother Rick, you ain't got no refrigerator in here. I'm like, no, I ain't got no refrigerator. I said, I'm hardly ever here. So the next morning, about 6 o'clock in the morning, knocking on the door. I open up the door. Hey, Brother Rick, where you want it? I'm like, where I want what? Where you want the refrigerator? I'm like, oh, these dudes done went into the appliance business, huh? They went and jacked some refrigerator from someplace. I'm like, all right, man, how much y'all want for it? They say, give us $35, Brother Rick. I'm like, all right, cool. So I gave him $35. And 3 days later, the refrigerator still ain't cold. Oh, jacked up bootleg refrigerator. So 3 days later, now I can't find these marks nowhere, right? One of them live right next door to me, but they Swayze, they ghost. So when you talking to people about anything and you sell somebody something, investigate what you're talking about. Find out if it's in the best interest of the person, not if it's commissionable. All right. Just don't be that lazy. All right. All you gotta just do is just keep searching things out, and you'll find out what actually is in somebody's best interest. Instead of you running around making some commissions off of something, happy about that little money you made. Why? Because somebody gonna catch up with your crackhead butt sooner or later. That's why. Selling people broke refrigerators. Are you hear what I'm saying? Because crackheads get their head cracked. Are you hear what I'm talking about? That's why a lot of people coming around me talking crazy, disrespectful. I'm like, you don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. You ain't never got no money back from the bank. Let me read y'all this check again. All right. $1,042,154.79. That's Shantae's 2022 tax return from reporting her trust activity. Not no filing of with the 1041 that she filed. All right. That's the check. But this $76,884.79. That's her interest. How you say how much? Well, she must put a whole lot of money in that account. She put 96,000 little measly dollars in the bank. Money she was going to deposit anyway. Why? She sold a house. I told her, I don't want none of your money. You keep it. I said, I'm gonna be rich. I said, I don't want none of your money. That was your house when I met you. I said, so you sold your crib? I said, keep all your money. All right. I said, I'm gonna show you how to put it inside of a trust bank account. All right. I'm gonna show you how to file a 1041. And then you're gonna get back 10 times that money you put into that bank account, because she's got a ministry trust with us, and that's 10x. All right. That's my inner circle group. Folk that get down with me. You gotta be in the inner circle to do that. So you're doing a whole lot of bragging, Ricky. It only sounds like bragging to the person who ain't listening. Why? Because you so mesmerized by a little $1 million until you think of somebody trying to impress you. All right. So you ain't gonna do what I'm talking about. So I ain't even talking to you because you got a curse on you. I ain't talking to you because you're hard-headed. When somebody starts talking to you, your butt cheeks get tight. You can crack a walnut with them butt cheeks. Why? Because you ain't never had no money. And that little money excites you. You get so excited about the little money till you start disrespecting the person who's teaching you. I know when people disrespecting me, I can see it. I can see spirits in the air that ain't even around me. That's how much discernment I got about people. You dig what I'm saying? Why? Because I don't covet money. And when you don't covet money, God lets you look straight through people. Let you see they phony as hell over here. Get down with him. Leave that mark alone. All right? God show you that. Why? Because he you ain't like that. You ain't greedy. You ain't selfish. And you ain't petty. So you're going to have plenty of money, brother. You ain't going to never have to worry about that. Are you hearing me? So listen to what I'm telling you. Then investigate what I'm teaching you. And Then draw your own conclusions. Listen, investigate, draw. Listen, investigate, draw. Everybody put LID in the chat. Lid. All right. Get a lid on your brain. All right. Listen, investigate, and draw your own conclusions. That's how you make money. That's how you do anything that got any sense in life. You don't size nobody up while they're talking. Hey, listen to me. You listen to what they say, then you investigate what they said, and then you draw your own decision. Okay? Only do what you want to do in life. Don't do what nobody else want to do. Do what you want to do and what you want to do alone. All right? And the way I got rich is I listen to people. I say, okay, that sounds good. That sounds like they on some nonsense. All right. What I say when I'm listening, I'm not talking about I just draw conclusions based on just listening. Then I go investigate what they said. Okay. Then after I investigate what they said, then I draw my own conclusions. And then I end up doing what? Drawing millions to me. Why? Because the Bible says that you got to be swift to hear and slow to speak and slow to wrath. Because the wrath of man, it don't work the righteousness of God. You can't be listening and talking at the same time. And I can tell when I'm talking to you, if you interrupting me in your head. I can see if you ain't listening to me in your head. Are you hearing me? That's why when I'm talking, if you ever come to my financial IQ challenge, you have to have your camera on. Why? If you ain't got time to be in the class and be present, don't come. All right? You say, why is that, Brother Ricky? Because I'm a busy man. I'm not going to sit up and look at no blank screen over there while you sitting up playing tiddlywinks and dominoes or smoking a blunt in the middle of business class. Are you hearing me? I don't have that stuff. Why? Because I don't need you to come. I'm just inviting you to come if you bring your brain and your body and your mind. All right. If you want to bring your body and don't want to bring your mind, don't come to nothing I'm doing. Are you hearing me? Why? Because I will not be bothered with that foolishness. I do not suffer fools. I don't have time for that. I am a very busy man. And when I invite you to something, I'm inviting you to something that makes millions of dollars. Are you listening to me? We don't do nothing that don't make millions of dollars. We don't get involved with it if it don't make millions of dollars. And it don't matter. It don't matter how much money you get. It don't matter. It don't matter how much money you got. All that matters is you come in with the right attitude. That's it. You say, how much money I need to get one of your trusts, Ricky? You need the right attitude. That's how much money you need. All right. Because money is your attitude. A equals M. Y'all got that? All right. Put it in a chat so you can understand that. Stop asking questions that don't even that are irrelevant. The only question that matters is what kind of attitude you got. All right. The reason I'm rich is because of my attitude. I got a good attitude. I got a good attitude 7 days a week. You hear me? And if anybody got a bad attitude, I just don't let them come around me. I'm like, look, I don't like your attitude. You hear what I'm talking about? You got a bad attitude. And you ain't got enough money to bring no bad attitude around here. All right, listen. I told you I was going to be teaching this. I probably got about 20 minutes left. And if y'all over here on Instagram, you're going to get cut off. I'm just telling you now. So there's 2 ways to be able to keep listening. You can come over to Rick the Wealth Coach on YouTube because we're live on YouTube right now. So you can just go to Rick the Wealth Coach on YouTube and subscribe, and boom, and you can keep listening. Or you can come over to Stellar Wealth Management on. You can come over to Stellar Wealth Management on Facebook. Okay, that's your 2 options because they're cutting y'all off in 1 minute and 20 seconds over here on Instagram. I'm not pushing that button again. So if I was you, I just start switching over right now. If you want to hear the rest of this, and if you don't want to get cut off in the middle of this good conversation, I would switch over right now if I was you. If you're subscribing to YouTube, just put done in the chat for me. And that you subscribed because that'll give me some more energy to keep teaching you. All right. So if you did that, I really appreciate that because I know you're going to help somebody else. So if you subscribe to YouTube right now while we're talking, just put done in the chat. And I'm going to thank you. I'm going to congratulate you for that. And then congratulations to you, Malik. All right. Congratulations to you, DJ. Congratulations to you. Thank you. Congratulations to you, James. Congratulations to you, Roz. Congratulations to you, biggest child of the Almighty. I like that. Congratulations to you, Eric. All right. Congratulations to you, Simply Dre. All right. Congratulations to you. All right. So 25 seconds and they're about to cut you all off over here on Instagram. Yeah, I'm not going to push that button again. I'm going to get right back into teaching, and I'm only going to teach people that's looking on this screen. Okay. So just make sure that you don't get cut off because it's going to be real good this last part. All right. So 8 seconds for you all. Y'all better get over there quick. 8 seconds. Y'all better get over there fast. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. Okay. So hopefully y'all switched over here and you can continue to listen. All right. Okay, so let me finish reading this. So if you're looking at a 1041 right now, put yes in the chat so I can just see if anybody's looking. So you can see if y'all looking at on y'all screen, if y'all on your computer. If you got your 1041 on your computer, say yes that you're looking. Okay. All right. Some of y'all might be on the phone, but if y'all on the phone, y'all should get on your computer so you can look at the screen over here and be looking at me on your phone. All right. Okay, you looking? Paying attention, Paul? Okay, good. Ghost, you're looking good. Okay, Popeye, good. Excuse me. Right. I'm gonna see because y'all gonna really learn. All y'all that's looking on the computer. Okay, Cam, you're gonna really learn something. Jackie, you're gonna really learn something. Dwayne, this is gonna get good for you. Kevin, you're gonna really learn something. Okay. D, yeah, you're about to get deep. All right. All right. All right. All right. Groovy. Groovy. All right. Okay, good. All right, Troy. Good. All right, good. All right. Okay, Tim, good. Okay. All right. So Tim, Troy, look on the left side of this 1041 at the top on the left. Okay, look over here. And where it's showing you the different type of trust that file, they're just showing you the different type of trust that file a 1041. In other words, the designation for the trust or the type of trust. All right. So I'm going to teach you trust designations. All right. Y'all got that? Okay. So everybody put TD in the chat. I'm going to teach y'all trust designations. All right. Because when you file a 1041, there are several different kind of trusts. I'm not going to explain them all to you. I'm going to show you the one that's relevant to what we do. But at least we're going to go through here. And if it's something that looks kind of hard for you to understand, I'll at least give you what the acronym stands for. Okay. All right. So the first one is descendants trust. Number 2, simple trust. Number 3, complex trust. Number 4, qualified disability trust. Number 5, ESBT. ESBT means electing small business trust. It's associated with people who file S corporations. All right. So if y'all got that so far, everybody just looking on the screen, if you got descendants trust, simple, complex, qualified, ESBT, we're getting to the one I'm going to really teach you about, the one that make all this money that I'm getting ready to, the one that how we get down. I'm going to show you this one in a second. But before I get to that, everybody put got it so I can see if y'all paying attention. All right. Beverly, did you get that? Did you get those first 5? Descendant, simple, complex, qualified, ESBT. Put got it in the chat if y'all got those. All right. I'm taking my time because I'm actually teaching y'all today like I was actually in one of my classes. All right. Okay. Y'all got it? Okay. You got it? You got it, Laura? Okay, good. Kendra, you got that? Okay. Wylene, you have it? Okay, good. Okay, Raj, you got it? Great. Popeye, you got it. All right, Paul? All right, phenomenal. All right, so the next one, this is the big kahuna right here, is the grantor type trust. All right? That's the one I'm going to teach you, but I'm going to read the rest to you. Then we're going to come back to the grantor. So everybody that's taking notes, I'm going to teach you why should I take out $1,042,154.79 for money for 96,000 little measly dollars being in the bank for 13 months. Okay, I'm going to show you why she got all that money. This is the designation of the trust. The trust designation is a grantor trust. All right, so grantor. But let me read these other ones to you first because I want to give you some ideas behind these other ones first. All right, so bankruptcy estate, chapter 7, bankruptcy estate, chapter 11. So you say, what you all don't realize is that the United States Corporation of America has been bankrupt since 1933, meaning that they have to have some trustees that have the fiduciary responsibility of administering the bankruptcy. You say, so who is that? It's the World Bank, all right, the International Monetary Fund. These people are the trustees for the debt of the United States. You say, what, the United States got a debt? The United States ain't made no money since 1933. The United States has been in debt since 1933. Their debt doesn't belong to you. Their debt belongs to them, the United States Corporation of America, which was incorporated in 1925 in New York. Okay, so this corporation that they run, that's posing in D.C. as a country, is a corporation. Trust life is the kind of life that Donald Trump likes. Donald Trump loves trust. When you become president of the United States, you sign what's called a blind trust. All the presidents have to do this. And what's supposed to happen is that they're supposed to not be privy to the assets that's in a trust so that they can just focus on being the president of the United States. So it's a ritual that they all go through. It's called a blind trust. Look it up on your own time when you get time, and you'll realize that it's assigned to the presidents when they come in so that they'll be concerned about the people, which is what they're supposed to be paying attention to. Trump is a businessman, an ever-vested businessman. Trump loves common law. All right. You say, I don't like Donald Trump. I'm talking about money. All right. I ain't got no person. I don't know Donald Trump. I don't know what he owns. Okay. But I know when it comes down to money, when it comes down to business, and that this guy believes in common law, it's going to be a lot of money made this year in 2025. It's going to be a lot of money made in crypto. It's going to be quadrillions of dollars made in crypto. I would empty my coffers out buying crypto for 2025. But I would do them all through a trust first, so I can get my money back that I'm putting in the trust, plus whatever money it is that I'm making. Anyway, let's get back to so I'm teaching you, if you look at a 1041 and you see bankruptcy chapter 7, bankruptcy chapter 11, it's letting you know that bankruptcies are administrated through trust. There has to be a trustee in order to have a bankruptcy. If you ever filed bankruptcy before, then somebody was a trustee to your bankruptcy. All right. In other words, they facilitated the bankruptcy. Are you digging what I'm saying? They're the ones that's in control of how things are distributed. So, as a trustee of your own trust, the beautiful thing is that you are the trustee because you are the grantor of this trust when you file this 1041. You ain't got to pay no fiduciary fees to nobody because you are the fiduciary. All right. Everybody put I am they. All right. Because you might be a lady or a man. All right. So don't say I am he. Say I am they. All right. Come on, put it in the chat. I'm teaching you powerful stuff. You say, I ain't got no trust yet. Speak it out. Okay. Because every time you say I am something, now all you do is spend all day long following what you just got through saying, becoming who it is that you just got through declaring. All right. So you don't want the World Bank being your trustee. You don't want the International Monetary Fund being your trustee. I am they. Why? Because if you ever come to my challenge, I teach you how to become they for real. All right. So you can you say, Brother Rick, I like what you're talking about right now. Can I call you up, homie? No, you cannot call me. Right? I'm amazed at people. I'm amazed at people. 20,000 people talking about, can I have your phone number? I'm like, what y'all trying to kill it? My blood pressure is 118/77. Okay? You ain't about to kill Brother Ricky. All right? Come to the challenge if you want to learn what's going on. Why? Because then you could become they. That's what I'm going to teach you. That's part of what I'm going to teach you. All right? How to become they. And then if you qualify, you can afford our prices and you want to get down with us for a year and you're interested in all of this, then I'm going to really teach you how to become they because it's a whole year program. He said, come on, Brother Rick, just drop it like it's hot, man. I ain't got time. Like I was talking last time I was live here. Some young, disrespectful dude. I hope he was young. I hope he wasn't no old man like me. But some disrespectful dude gets on here while I'm talking, explaining stuff to you all, and say, get to the point. So I cut that mark off, and he can't never listen to nothing else we do. I'm like, ignorant people, just disrespect folk like that. Don't come on nobody's channel telling them what to do. Come on here with a pen and a paper and listen. All right? And we don't teach you the way you want to be taught. We teach you the way you need to be taught. Hey, listen to me. If you already knew it, you wouldn't need to be taught. How dare somebody come in and don't know nothing trying to tell somebody how to teach them? I'm like, that's just ignorant with a capital E. Did you hear what I said? Oh, everybody give me a capital E in there so we can check them spirits. I feel them spirits in here. Come on, let's check them spirits. I feel some capital E spirits. I feel them. Come on. All y'all that want to rebuke that mess about the cat about here, just put a big I and a big G in the chat. Capital E. I ain't dealing with no ignorant people. Listen to me. Ignorant when you came and ignorant when you left. I'm coming up in here trying to tell somebody what to do. You ain't never heard nothing I'm talking about. You ain't never filed no 1041. You don't know nothing about being no fiduciary. You ain't no trustee of nothing. I hear me. You're the victim of exploitation, amazing exploitation. And then your brother come up in here to teach you how to what? Get some fat on your head. And you come up here with them ignorant spirits. I feel them spirits when they come up in here. That's why I check them. I hear what I'm talking about. And why? Because I love y'all. And we got to get rid of all ignorance and everything to be able to help the next person. So when you see this on a form, it's telling you that bankruptcy estates, chapter 7, chapter 11, that they're all part of what can be filed on a 1041. So who's filed a 1041? Who's filed a 1041? The people who got the bankruptcy against the United States of America filed 1041s. Did you hear what I said? I'm talking about the people who are in control of America's debt, administering America's debt. They filed 1041s because all Chapter 11s and Chapter 7s can be filed on a 1041. It's a powerful form. It's a powerful form. You hear what I'm talking about? Are y'all ready for some power? If you're ready, put I'm ready. I say, are y'all ready for some power? I said, if you're ready, put I'm ready in the chat. Let me just see who's ready over here. Y'all finna go into a whole nother year. Are you going in powerless? Are you going in power? Who's ready for some power? Put ready in the chat. Who's ready? I said, who's ready? Who's ready? Like ready? What the rock steady, baby? Rock steady, baby. That's what I sing now. Everybody tell exactly what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. We're gonna find these 1041s. That's what it is. Why? Because we're ready. Ready to rock steady. All right. So the last one in this category is a pool. We on 1041. All of y'all who listening, just tuned in. I'm teaching y'all what a 1041 is. And I'm teaching you all of the trust categories that can be filed, that can be reported, I should say, on a 1041. We're teaching the last category right now, and then I'm gonna go into the grantor before I get up out of here. All right. Okay. So the last category is called pooled income fund. All right. You say, so what is a pooled income fund? A pooled income fund is in exchange for a donation. So this is somebody donates to a charity, to a charitable cause. The donors are provided a stream of income for the rest of their life. The pooled income can pay income for life, joint lives on for up to 2 income beneficiaries. All right. So why people do all that? That's because they trying their best to reduce their taxes. But all of that stuff is statutory. All of that stuff is deductions. All of that stuff is partial returns. Baby, when you get a grantor trust, like what Shantae got, like what I have, like what my clients have, when you get a grantor trust, an irrevocable trust, and you file a 1041, watch out. See what happens. When you file a 1041 with a grantor trust, you ain't got no tax liability. All right? 2 reasons. First reason is because if you get what we call an asset protection trust, the first reason is because if you get an asset protection trust, it protects all of your assets, and you get from us a tax-free EIN number. Tax-free, mailed to you directly from the IRS. Did you hear what I said? It'll be the best Christmas present, New Year's present, money present you ever got in your life. You go to the mailbox and open up your mailbox, and you got a letter from the Internal Revenue Service with a tax-free EIN in the name of your trust. All right, not in your name. Why? Because you can't get no tax-free EIN in your name. Why is that? Because your name is tied to your social, and your social is a slavery device. You operate on 1040s. I'm talking about 1041s today, and I'm taking an hour and 13 minutes to slow walk y'all through why we filed it and why it's the difference between you getting this real money back and you running around like a chicken with your head cut off for the next 15 or 20 years and donating your money to the state and donating your life to the state and donating your legacy to the state and leaving your kids in the same shape to do the same thing when you leave up out of here because you're the one they watched. I hear what I'm talking about? No, yeah, they watching you. So you get a tax-free EIN from us. All right. You say, how do you know it's a tax-free EIN? You know it's a tax-free EIN when the dash behind the first 2 numbers is a 6 or a 7. You say, oh, Brother Ricky, I gotta wait on all that. I could just go on the IRS website and just get a free EIN in a matter of seconds. Yes, you can. You can get you a free EIN in a matter of minutes on the IRS website. You ain't got to pay nobody for it. All right, for your LLC and for your S corp and for your C corporations and for all your statutory stuff. You can do that. All right. So what's going to happen? It's taxable. So now you ain't doing nothing but getting portions of your money back. A portion of this, you ain't getting up a pinky toe money. All right. You can't get no real money. You know what I'm talking about? Why? Because you ain't nobody. You ain't nobody special. You ain't nobody special until you get a tax-free EIN. Now, why? Because now it ain't you no more. Now it's the trust. And now you walking in. Why? Because now you can get all your money back. You say, why? Because now every deposit that goes into a trust account that has a tax-free EIN, that money is not taxable. And it's what? It comes back to you on your next year's tax refund. Why? Because you're reporting the activity of the trust. You're not filing no tax return. It's not no what? It's not no tax return. It ain't no return of little taxes you paid. It's a refund of the money you put into the debtor system. Did you hear what I said? He said, I don't believe it, Brother Rick. I'm going to read it to you one more time and I got to go. $1,042,154.79. $76,884.79. You say, what are you reading, Brother Ricky? I just read you Shantae's tax return for tax for her reporting her 1041 tax refund, and the money came from them refunding her what? Back her money she put into the system. Right. The money she deposited in the bank. Not no, this ain't no mall and paw stuff we talking about around here. We ain't talking about chicken noodle soup and Roma noodles and all that stuff. We ain't talking about you getting no percentage back of something written off and all. We talking about your money back, all your money back. Now, not only did she get $1,042,154.79, but her interest alone was $76,884.79. You know good and well that if you just went through a year, and we wasn't expecting no check back in the 13 months. We were prepared for 3 to 5 years. That would have been fine with us. All right. We don't care. They got to pay us interest every day. So it is what it is. $76,000 worth of interest on $96,000. And you thought you was doing good with your CD. You thought you was doing good with your annuity. You thought you was doing good with your 401k. You thought you was doing good with your mutual fund. You thought you was doing good with your fake life insurance, fake infinite banking life insurance policy. You thought you was doing good with all the little poo butt stuff. Playing ball in the minor leagues, playing handball on the curb and bragging about it. I ain't hear me. Why? Because you ain't been to class. You say, so what I need to do, Brother Rick? Put challenge in the chat. That's it. Put challenge in the chat and I'll see you in the next challenge. You say, Brother Ricky, can I have an appointment with you? It's $50,000 an hour. So if you want to spend $50,000, I'll take it, but I don't even want it. Why? Because I'm going to go out here and kick it with Joey and kick it with Tyler and run around here and have fun with the grandkids. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be having no personal appointments with people. It take up too much time. But if you pay it, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. If you pay it, I'll show you. You must have a serious problem if you want to pay $50,000 for an hour. If you got a serious problem, I got serious answers. All right, I can help you if that's what you want to do. But I don't even want it. That's why I set the price at $50,000. So everybody leave me alone. You say, Ricky, what kind of? I ain't never seen no sales meeting like this. Come to my class. I teach you a whole bunch of other stuff you ain't never seen. I teach you how to stop chasing people for the rest of your life. You hear me? I teach you how to be such a valuable human being until you wake up in the morning and your account is, you waking up and you look up and you're like, I can't believe that much money is in that account. And I fell asleep. I woke up and I'm looking at that kind of money. I ain't even talking about no trust. I'm talking about teaching you how to communicate with people. All right. We do 3 things in our challenge. Number 1, we teach you how to make more money because y'all money too doggone slow. Y'all still living in a Flintstone age. Y'all still doing stuff ain't done. That stuff y'all doing don't make money. Some of y'all got regular jobs, just about an hour, just wasting away. All that talent, just wasting away. Same old boring stuff, just wasting away. But you hang out with me for a year, you had a whole different life. If you do what I do, if you can take some advice, all right. If you let somebody teach you something, you hang out with me for a year, you'll never be the same again. Matter of fact, you hang out with us for about a month, you'll never be the same again. You hang out with us for a week in a challenge, you'll never be the same again. Why? Because you'll stop looking at life the way you look at it. Are you hearing me? You start seeing it the way it really is. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Because the Bible say the just should live by faith. And you ain't even a just person unless you leave an inheritance to your children's children. Because the Bible says what? A good man or a good woman leaves a heritage. Proverbs 13:22 leaves a heritage to their children's children. Was 42. Proverbs 13 chapter. Leave a heritage to their children's children. So you ain't even good. And I'm down here with the grandkids. Why? Because you ain't even good until your grandkids got something. You say, I'm a good man. I'm a good woman. Yeah. You can make your own definition of good if you want to. I'm telling you what the Bible called good. I ain't talking about what you made up. Are you hearing me? Why? Because anybody that ain't concerned about their grandkids is selfish. Are you listening to me? You're selfish. All right. That's why you make such small amounts of money. Because the stuff you're doing, it make little bitty amounts of money. Because your mind ain't even what? On the second generation. When your mind get on the second generation, then your brain opens up to all kind of stuff. Are you listening to me? That's why I do a challenge once, and this is the 39th challenge coming up. We ain't no fly by night company. Are you hearing me? We ain't no hurry for nothing. Yeah, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here until I decide God tell me to do something else. All right. Other than that, we posted up like Shaq. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And if you're in a hurry to be broke, don't come. You know what I'm talking about? People in a hurry. I'm like, what, you in a hurry to be broke? Well, if you're in a hurry to be broke, get in a broke lane and do 1,000 miles an hour. Don't make me no never mind. Why? Because we'll be cruising what? In the wealthy lane. Because of the way we think. The way we think. You ain't got no excuses because I'm from the hood, baby. Ain't hearing me? I'm from the projects, mayonnaise sandwiches. Ain't hear what I'm talking about? I ain't from no suburbs. I ain't from no rich money, none of that. You hear what I'm talking about? I learned everything I learned from reading, learning, studying, and the main thing I read and study is the Bible. And then I learned all these books that line up with common law. And then I hire people that know what they're doing. I'm like, all right, y'all good at creating everything. I'm good at persuading people. And I'm real good at it because that's all I spend my time doing. I don't spend my time doing everything else. One thing you'll learn hanging out around us is stop doing 7 different things. That's why you can't do nothing. All right? Stop. You live this life by faith. Okay? The just shall live by faith. That's what I was getting at. So you're talking about, what do you mean by that? Faith is the evidence of things not seen, the substance of things hoped for. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand the worlds are framed by the word of God, so the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, whereby he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead, yet speaketh. What does that mean? That means that faith is the action that you take based on the hope that you got in your head. Faith ain't something that you see in the future. Faith is something that you do right now. That's why it says now faith is the evidence of things unseen, the substance of things hoped for. That's what I teach. What I teach is how to get stuff done now, not later, not no pie in the sky. Not talking about, let me tell you something about God's people before I go. This docile attitude that God's people got about I get mine later. You know, the world, you can have this and you can have that and you can have this. Just give me Jesus. Let me talk to y'all religious folks for a second. Jesus, the same Jesus you're talking about, he don't even exist. The one you just talking about, the world, you can have this and the world, you can have that, and just give me Jesus. That Jesus you just got through describing, he don't even exist. Because Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is already on earth right now. You talking about you wait till you get to heaven. Yeah, there's another heaven above here right now. Yeah, oh, that's true. But I'm talking about Jesus is concerned about how you acting right now. He's concerned about how much money you got right now. He's concerned about how much influence you got right now. He's concerned about what you're doing with your time right now. He's concerned about who's running this doggone country. He's concerned about who's running the world. And he what? He want his people running the world. Are you hearing me? You don't want no heathens running the world. Why? Because they're crazy as hell. I just went to see Wicked last night, and I got to go up to get out here. I'm watching this movie, and it's just some faggot nonsense. The whole movie, all the way through, sissy after sissy after sissy. I'm like, what the hell is this? Now, when I got to the end of it, the connotations of the young lady in the movie, people thinking they better than her, and her not letting nobody make them feel. I like that. The fact that she was green in the movie, and they made a good point with the idea of you can fly above your enemies. I like that because I believe in that 100%. I believe eagles fly. We fly way above our enemies. Our enemy, they don't even exist. All right, so I believe in that. But our kids watching these movies. It's a Disney movie. All right. So when the dude come in, who's supposed to be a prince type dude, in one of the scenes he comes up and he talking to the girl, the chick he trying to kick it with, Ariana, whatever the kind of lady's name is. And then it's a little sissy standing next to him that's in the whole movie, the whole play, the whole time, making all these little sissy faggot moves and all this stuff the whole time he did. And the sissy say, "You want anything, anything?" They made the scene like he was gonna kiss the sissy. Now your kids watching that, all right? Your kids, yeah, your kids, my kids. So they waking up and they see it so perpetrated, so bold, so bogus, until they just watching the movie like it ain't nothing. And I'm sitting there looking at all the fathers sitting out here. And I'm like, when is going to be a protest? All right. When we going to get up and say, just like the sissies get up and march all down the street trying to be gangster sissies, when we going to get up and say, you know what, man, I'm tired of y'all invite my kids to the movies and to y'all programs and stuff. I mean, this ain't the Wizard of Oz, man. It wasn't a sissy in the Wizard of Oz. You dig what I'm saying? The Cowardly Lion act a little like a sissy, maybe a little bit, maybe, but not this blatant stuff that you see today. And you mean to tell me you're gonna walk around here broke for 2025? Because ain't nobody listening to you broke behind. Are you hear what I'm telling you? They are not listening to you. You ain't got no power when you ain't got no money. Are you hear what I'm talking about? And this idea of being a saved broke person, it's some vomit, it's some foolishness. Are you hear what I'm saying? This whole idea of being a saved, godly man, godly woman, it's some nonsense. We're gonna be in the background while they just pimp slap us and just stay crazy as hell out here in these streets. You hear me? They just doing whatever they want to do. No respect for God, no respect for nothing. Are you hear what I'm talking about? And it don't even and all of us and just sitting around here idle acting like that stuff all right, and then got the nerve to be broke on top of it, can't have no say so. Nah, it's a revolution going on around here. All right. Whether you're up on it, whether you believe in it, whether you know what's going on or not, it's going on. It's going on with or without you. If I was you, I would join this revolution. Come on, I'm gonna pray for y'all and that for this holiday that y'all sit down with y'all kids and tighten up your backstroke. Are you hearing me? Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for letting us gather together here during this holiday season. And Lord, I thank you that it's Christmas every day with us, every day with us, Lord. Every day with us is a great day to be alive. Every day with you, Lord, is sweeter than the day before. And we want to thank you for being able to exercise our rights. And Lord, we're not going to let nobody take away our rights, not in this country, not nowhere in the world. We're going to speak up. We got rights and we're going to speak up. We're going to get our money too. Oh, yeah, we know that that's our money. We know that the wealth of the sinner laid up for the just. We know that that's our money. We know you want us in charge. We know that. We know that. We know you want us in charge. You expect us to be in charge. Yes, you do. You expect us to be running countries, running nations. You expect us to have plenty money, plenty power, plenty press. You expect all that. That's what you expect. That's your expectation of us. You wasn't even broke when you was walking around here. You had so much money in your bag that you could have fed 20,000 people, but you decided to do it miraculously. But your boys was on the way to the marketplace to buy enough food for 20,000 people. That means you had a lot of money in that bag, Lord. Lord, we thank you that you have taught us out of that country nonsense that we was taught that you was a broke dude walking around beggarly. Ain't no 12 businessmen follow you, Lord, and you ain't have no money. You had plenty of money. That's why they followed you. They said your father was not a carpenter, that he was the carpenter. I mean, he was the one training all other carpenters. Lord, we know you had it going on to the break of dawn while you was down here. And when you traveled around, you told us the foxes have holes and birds have nests, but you didn't have no way to lay your head. We know you had a crib. We just know when you was on the road, you told them that, hey, we on the road. And while we on the road, we're going to sleep wherever we sleep. You down with that or you can go home. All right. I love you, Lord. I love you. We love you. We love you because you straight up no chaser. You tell it like a TIS is. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for revealing yourself to us because you didn't have to. You said you hid it from the wise and the prudent, but you revealed it unto us, your babes. So, Lord, we just pray that you bless us throughout the rest of the season, that we have a great time while we're around our families, that we have some conversations where we can let these kids know what we stand for. And Lord, and I pray that you would give them an amazing spirit of obedience to listen, to hear, to listen, to investigate, and then um, to do something with the information that they get, just like you taught us. And thank you for teaching us, bringing us up about these projects and bringing us in front of the whole world so that we can teach the whole world who you are. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. You guys enjoy the rest of y'all beautiful holiday. It's been a fun, pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege. I love you all. Ain't nothing you can do about that. And remember that stellar is a stellar does. Have an awesome Christmas. Have a great day. Enjoy your families, all right? Have a wonderful time. God bless you. God bless you too. Appreciate you too.